Hello guys and gals of the internet, I'm The7chaos of YouTube and Twitch TV, and this is the first 7chaos previews video I've done in over 2 years. The last time I did this was Resident Evil 3 mate back in 2020. I believe the reason for that is ever since then, a lot has happened and a lot has changed, and I went back after that to do some kind of bring some playthroughs at that point to a more modern format of mine, say the Resident Evil series for the most part, and some other older games over the last couple of years since then that haven't really warranted a 7chaos previous for them, say Mass Effect or Batman Arkham Origins, for example. Those two games have been out for a year, or in Batman Arkham Origins' case, many years since they came out. So there's really no point doing 7chaos previews with those. And of course, the sports games I've done, and the many sports videos I've done over the last year or so, they're sports games. You can't really preview a sports game, particularly if it's like EA, for example. It's basically a copy and paste every year, so there's really no point in previewing. If you're going to preview one sports game, then you've seen all of them, so I really don't bother with those anymore. Now, I might split this video into chapters because I might turn it into a bit of a channel update format. But basically because I haven't really talked to you guys in a while. There's been reasons for that. And really, I just really want to, I've got really no definitive things to say. That has been the main reason. I've really had nothing to talk to you guys about. So really, I think the channel update portion of the video will really just be telling you guys where I'm at and what's happened for a little bit. And we've really got nothing more to say than that right now anyway. So I'm just going to let you guys know where I've been. But that's for later. So what we'll do is we'll make this part not only the 7chaos previews for Sonic Origins, but also the introductory video to Sonic Marathon 3. Now, basically, I'm a lifelong fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. You guys know. You guys know I've been a lifelong fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. He was my guy growing up. I was a Sega kid. And basically, I've played pretty much all the Sonic games to ever exist, apart from maybe a couple here and there for consoles I didn't own, or in the case of Sonic Boom, just a game I didn't want to play at all, and I still don't. Now, over the last, I would say, since last year, I've always wanted to do a Sonic Marathon 3. Last year was a big year for Sonic. It was his 30th anniversary. But due to circumstances around that time, in a personal sense, I never got round to doing it. And I always planned to pick up the rest of the pieces I need for Sonic Marathon 3 and do it. And Sonic Origins, Sega really couldn't have planned that at a better time. They couldn't have planned it any better. So it's the perfect opportunity to do it this year with this. And basically it's going to be the same format and pretty much the same games from Sonic Marathon 1. So we're going to have Sonic 1 through 4. We're going to have Sonic CD, obviously. Sonic Generations. Sonic Colors, and I'll mention Sonic Colors a bit later, but that was in the original Marathon, and Sonic Unleashed as well. I own all the pieces except for Sonic Colors Ultimate. I haven't been able to buy that yet. Now, what I'm going to put on the screen right now is pretty much the schedule, and if you are familiar with my Sonic Marathon 1, you'll know what's coming. So, of course, we're going to start with Sonic 1, which is going to be on Sonic Origins. Sonic 2, also on Sonic Origins. And the good thing about Sonic 1 and 2 and 3 and CD in particular, well, not so much CD, because I think that we actually got a remake later in time. Sonic 1 through 3 is getting a facelift. They are basically, Sonic 1 through 2, Sonic 1 and 2 will be the mobile ports that Taxman and Stealth made some time ago. And I've actually played the mobile version of Sonic 2, and it's great. And it might even include Tails for that one, because I didn't include Tails in the original Sonic 2 playthrough that I did, because he kind of screws you over with the Chaos Emeralds unintentionally with getting enough rings and such. In Sonic 2 Mobile, he doesn't actually hinder you that much at all. So I'm actually include Tails in this one because it basically is going to be the mobile port. Now, Sonic 3 is the big one in this collection. It is my favorite game of all time, by some margin. And yes, I think we all knew what was coming when it was Sonic 3 Knuckles was announced, because Sonic 3 Knuckles has been in a state of limbo for years. It's been something that Sega have had to be very careful with for legal reasons, understandable legal reasons when you think about it. Of course, in the development, Michael Jackson was part of the development for this game. Both kind of separated from each other for legal reasons, and pretty much for legal reasons that have continued ever since. Sonic 3 Knuckles has been kind of, I don't know what to say, kind of left behind. It is understandable when you think about it why that is to be the case, but in other cases it's not. I'm not going to go into all that because that's not the purpose of this video, and I don't have all the facts. Anyway, to be fair, guys, even though it was confirmed, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, that Sonic 3 Knuckles will not have the original soundtrack. Yes, it's disappointing, but to me, that's only a part of the game. It's not going to really hinder my enjoyment of the game. Sonic 3 Knuckles will always be my favorite game of all time, no matter what. The gameplay, the length of it, it broke so much ground when it came out originally in 1993, even though it was really a two-parter in the beginning. And even that's getting a facelift. It's getting a facelift for some new graphics, some other stuff as well. So even Sonic 3's Knuckles has to have some limitations, but if those limitations are made to give the game some love, then I'm all for it. Do what they need to do. And apparently Jun Senoue has come in and is doing something with the music, I think, and that can only be a good thing, because Jun Senoue came on board with Sonic since 1993, since Sonic 3's development, and he's been involved pretty much in almost every game ever since, and he brought through Crush Free to prominence, and yeah. So I have absolutely no doubt that Jun Senoue will do his very best with this soundtrack, even though it will be, I don't know how different it will be. I think there might be only some certain zones that might have to change. I can pretty much guess which ones. Casino Night, I think. Maybe Ice Cap was the other. And maybe Launch Space was the third. But I think, apart from that, I think the soundtrack will mostly be intact. I don't know if Jun will touch those things as well, which you can easily do. I mean, go for it. But yeah, that's really the only real disappointment about Sonic Origins. But if that has to be made, if the compromise has to be made to bring in my opinion, Sonic's best ever game into this collection, to give you the vintage, definitive versions of all those games, do it. I'll put up with it. Well, I won't put up with it, but I'll deal with it. Like I said, the soundtrack, big reason, but not the definitive reason. Yes, it's probably a deal breaker in some cases, but for me, it's not. If it has to be done to bring Sonic's best adventure of all time, in my opinion, into the collection, it has to be done, and I'm all for it. And yes, we will be including Sonic 3D as well. So it's pretty much, Sonic Origins is basically 1 through Sonic CD. Sonic CD probably won't have any changes, because Taxman and stuff did Sonic CD and put it on the PC, which I think is down here, actually. Now, I haven't played it, I haven't installed it because I don't need to. So yes, from June 23rd, Sonic Marathon 3 will begin, and we'll begin with Sonic 1. These older games won't take me too long to do. I've played these games to death, and they'll probably be about 2 videos a piece. I might even... this is where I want to turn this to you guys, actually. If you want me to do a long play video, which would basically be the entire thing, from start to finish, without really splitting it into main parts, let me know, and I'll do it, because I don't think these playthroughs aren't going to take me too long. It depends on what they are, basically. If they have save states and everything, which even if they don't, I can do it anyway. I did all these games without saving and continues a long time ago, so I've already done all that. And that's the kind of other thing I want to say. I will be playing these in the anniversary mode. And as far as I'm aware, the anniversary mode does not include a live system. But I've already done that. I've already done the game with no saves, no lives, or a limited number of lives, I should say. I've already done it all. I've already got that on my CV. So, yes, the anniversary modes will probably be a bit easier, because there'll be no live limit. But like I said, I've already done it. I already did live playthroughs in 2013 for the initial Sonic Marathon, so I've done it already. I've been there and done it. And the anniversary modes, I think, include even some new stuff and widescreen support and all that, so I don't want you guys to miss out on any of that. So like I said, this Sonic Marathon will be the definitive version of all these games I have played 9 years prior, and probably the last time I'll delve into Sonic's older collection of games through that. So I want to give you the best experience in the screen possible. So, like I said, if long plays would be better, let me know and I'll do it that way. I might even end up doing it that way anyway, because like I said, these older games won't take me too long. They'll probably take me about a couple hours tops, depending on how much I suck. I mean, I shouldn't do, but I can mess up even in these games. It's rarer. You know, we all remember my vintage Sonic 1 video where I said that if I lose race at some point, I'm going to be pissed off. And immediately jumped into the lava and lost all my rigs. And yeah, we all remember that. I had the worst luck. So I can get the worst luck, but it should be pretty much, I should be okay. I'm not... It's funny because I'm not a master at these games by any means. I just know them. I remember them. I'm not a master at them. I don't know every single path or every single ring. But the stuff I do remember and I memorize, I do it well, I guess. If that makes any sense. I'm not inflating my ego or anything here. Basically, I've played these games to death. So I know where I'm going. I know what to expect. I know what I'm getting into. But even then, there's going to be a brand new experience with the revised Sonic 3 soundtrack, the widescreen support for Sonic 1 and 2 and CD. I think CD already had it with this. But for Sonic 1 and 2, having widescreen support and all the stuff that Taxman and Stealth did with the mobile version of the game, yeah, I've got to experience it that way. So we will be playing in the anniversary mode. So basically, starting from June 23rd will be that. It'll be Sonic 1 through 4. Now, after that, let's see what game I'm looking at here. I'm assuming I'm going to have to look, see what's next in time. So next will be Sonic Adventure DX, and that one's going to be fun. Because you may have noticed over the last year or so, I've always done these one-off videos, and one of those was actually the better SADX mod that I have installed on my PC. I actually had that installed on my PC. So this playthrough of Sonic Adventure DX is going to be a sweet one, because my original playthrough, and my original playthrough even before that, was done, well, no, I did my original playthrough on the Xbox 360 version that came out, which didn't have any widescreen support, so it had this border around it. Basically, how you would play, let's say, Sonic 1, 2, 3 CD in this game, you do have that option to play it in the 4:3 ratio to do that as well. But like I said, I can play in the anniversary mode, because even if it takes the lives away, I've already done that. So we'll play in the anniversary mode and give you all the sweet stuff and updated graphics and experience them to the fullest. So, after that, we'll move on to Sonic Adventure DX, and like I said, it'll be with the SADX mod that I have installed on my PC. So that will be the definitive version of this game as well, because my original playthrough was done in the 4:3 ratio screen that they had on the Xbox 360 version, and then I went back to that a couple of years or so later, and did the GameCube version, which I also did Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, and I bought Sonic Adventure DX as well, and yeah. And the Sonic Adventure DX, the SADX mod will have it basically what it does is it creates the Dreamcast version, and I believe the Dreamcast version is the better version of the two. I love Sonic Adventure DX, don't get me wrong, but I kind of prefer the Dreamcast version for many reasons. It holds a special place in my heart. It was one of my first Dreamcast games as well, so there's some extra points for that. Of course, then we'll be moving on to Sonic Adventure 2, one of my favorite Sonic games of all time for many reasons. Definitely the newer games, I think Sonic Adventure 2 would probably be my absolute favorite of the newer gen games. You know, separate the classics from Sonic Adventure and onwards. I would say Sonic Adventure 2 is my favorite game of them, I guess, in a way. Thinking about it, yes, I would probably say that for pretty much certain. So, and obviously Sonic Adventure 2 already has the widescreen support and all stuff, so we don't have to install any mods for that one, so we're moving on to that. So let's see here. Obviously we'll be playing through Sonic 4, it'll be 1 through 4, but Sonic 4 will be on the PC, because it's not included in Sonic Origins, but we'll move... No, actually, now I take that back. We'll move on to Sonic 4, and then we'll move on to Sonic Adventure. Yeah, sorry about that, sorry about the confusion. And then we'll move on to Sonic Adventure 2. Let's see. What should we do next? I think Sonic Unleashed will be next. And Sonic Unleashed is going to be sweet because I have the Xbox version of Sonic Unleashed. It recently came out in backwards compatibility about 6 months to a year ago. Thank God, because I wanted that game so bad. And not only that, Sonic Unleashed actually has a 60 frames per second boost feature. So I'll be playing the game in 60 frames, so that's going to be a brand new experience. I've never done the game in 60 frames before, because I'm not sure if it was on 60 frames when it originally came out. I don't think so. I could be wrong about that though. But in any case, yes, it has the 60 FPS boost. So that's going to be sweet. I can't wait to go back into that one as well, because I think Sonic Unleashed, in my opinion, is one of those underrated games from the newer Sonic games. So we're going to the Xbox version for that. And then we'll be moving on to Sonic Generations. And I think no, that won't be the last one. Moving on to Sonic Generations. And then I think to finish up, we may do Team Sonic Racing. Now, I think I mentioned the one game I don't have from the original Marathon is Sonic Colors. Now, Sonic Colors recently got, well, not recently, but about a year ago, I think, got a Ultimate Edition that I don't own yet. It's not on Steam, so I can't get it through Steam. It is on Epic Games, of course. I might get the console version just to have it sitting there with Sonic Unleashed, because that was around the same, well, not the same time frame. It was 2 years after, but I will do that. But I think we'll probably do that last, because and the reason for that is because I've got stuff to do next month in terms of money, and I've also got to pre-order F1 Manager 22 in August. So I might have to hold off. We might have to hold off on Sonic Colors Ultimate for a little bit. So at least for the moment, Sonic Generations is probably where we will finish Sonic Marathon 3 until I can finally purchase Sonic Colors Ultimate for myself. Now, yes, you do see Sonic Lost World here. I don't think I'm gonna play it, because from what let's have a look at the store page a moment. Yeah, it's pretty much mixed reviews. I heard from a friend when this came out, a better Steam port than this. Yeah, it's pretty mixed. I don't think the control support is very well on it, for a start, and I have heard some very unfortunate things about this version. I didn't like Sonic Lost World that much anyway, so it's not something I'm gonna miss, you know. I'll play it. I'll probably boot it up and see how it is. But considering, well, I actually last played it in 2015, apparently. So I must have booted up the game sometime. Weird. Maybe the control support didn't work at that point, and that's why I stopped playing it. So that could be a thing. I don't remember. It says I last played it. I can kind of remember vaguely what happened. So I might just give this one a skip. Also, you see Sonic Forces here. I've already played it. I didn't particularly like this too much either. So this won't be included in the marathon anyway, because I've already covered it. So either way, I would have just skipped that one. So it's okay. Like I said, it's okay. It's just a bit, I don't know, I didn't like the controls at all, as you guys know. Yes, I do have Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing and All-Stars Racing Transform, but they're primarily racing games, so I'm leaving those out. Which is probably another reason why I might not do Team Sonic Racing. I know this game has a story mode. I don't know if it's any good. So I would say Sonic Colors Ultimate will be a bit delayed. That'll probably be the last game we do, because that'll be when I buy it. And Team Sonic Racing is a question mark. Again, I might leave this to you guys. Do you want me to experience it? Is it any good? Is it worth even doing? It's a racing game. Sonic Universe. You know, does it really need a story? I guess could be a question. But I'm leaving that kind of up in the air. I'm leaving this question mark. There is a story mode, so there is an incentive. I always wanted this game because Crush 40 were a part of it, so that's an incentive as well. So I'll leave this as a maybe. Team Sonic Racing is really the only maybe in this marathon. And we'll probably end with either Sonic Generations or Sonic Colors Ultimate, depending on what I'm able to get first. Because I'm not paying £35 for it. I've already played it before, so I'm not paying that much for it. If it was an Epic game sale, I'll pick it up then, I suppose. I know they do a lot of sales, and I know there's a lot of games that get put on it, so we'll just have to wait and see. We are in the summer now. It is June 20th, so I don't know if the summer sale is already gone or not. But yeah, Sonic Colors Ultimate will probably be where we finish this time around. Because I do want to play it. I did enjoy that game, but I just don't own it yet. So, yeah. So that's the format. Sonic 1 through 4, all on the PC. Sonic Adventure 1 with the better SADX mod. Sonic Adventure 2 in its original form, and they'll both be on the PC. We will then move on to Sonic Unleashed, that'll be on the Xbox Series S that I own now. Sonic Colors may also be on that, or may also be on the PC, depending on what I get it for first. It might even be on PlayStation 5. The one that does the sale for the cheapest amount at the point of the sale, that's what I'll buy it for. So it doesn't really matter. I just want to get the cheapest way possible because I'm not paying £34 for it. And of course I have other stuff that I want to get later in the year as well. And I'll probably talk more about that in the second portion of this video. So, yeah, continuing on, we will move on to Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2. We'll move to the Xbox Series S for Sonic Unleashed and possibly Sonic Colors Ultimate, depending on what happens. And then we'll come back to the PC and end up with Sonic Generations. And I will put Team Sonic Racing as a question mark as to whether you guys want me to do it or not. I mean, I do, but I don't know if it's any good. I did buy it eventually, but I don't know. It's a racing. It's the same kind of situation as this and this. You know, they're racing games. They're not really part of the Sonic canon, so you're probably not missing much there. Yeah, it's a question mark for sure. But it's, you know, I might even just do it anyway. It's a Sonic game, goddammit. So, yeah, that's pretty much the 7chaos previews for this part. So, Sonic Marathon 3 starts in a few days' time with Sonic 1. And I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I certainly am, to give you guys the definitive version, pretty much the definitive version, of all these Sonic games that I own. So, Sonic Marathon 3 is going to go in a few days' time. And that brings us to the channel update portion of this video, and whereas I haven't got a lot to say in terms of what's going on, I just want to let you guys know what's been happening. Not much has changed. Obviously, I'm still doing some playthroughs here and there, obviously. But you guys will notice that at the beginning of the year, I was streaming quite a bit, and then I just suddenly went. The main reason for that is my internet. Really, well, it's not my internet per se, but it's the internet. And it's not so much the internet itself or the provider, it's the way I'm set up here, which isn't traditional, let's say. And because of that, the internet has been very hit or miss the last few months. Sometimes it can be fine, sometimes it can disconnect every so often, some days it can just be extremely slow. And I was even as I was coming to the end of January and the end of my streams of Fortnite, that was happening. And I really just haven't been able to do any streams or any multiplayer footage for that matter since. And I dare not even attempt to play a fighting game with the internet. I mean, yeah, it's mostly with my PC. The consoles and the wireless is fine. But my wire just seems a bit weird. I'm not sure why that is. I mean, even in discussion with my uncle, we just found at one point that the wired can be in some cases slower than playing through wireless. It's just it's an odd scenario. I think it has more to do with my setup and the way I'm set up. It's not traditional here, so I think that is the reason for that. So really, I've been trying not to stream and not to do multiplayer stuff because I'm not going to be able to have a clean experience doing either. So that's why I've kind of slowed down with the streams a little bit. And I think, should things go our way, basically maybe later this year or something next year, I would say at the end of Sonic Marathon 3, we'll probably have a lot more information for you depending on what's going on. And Time Lady Games are really in a crossover period at the moment of what the future holds. Nothing for us, it's just things have things have changed since we first moved here. Things have changed. The scenario has changed, and people in our lives right now want to do their own thing, so to speak. And basically, we have to. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. We have to compensate for that, you know? So, the thing is, as we've been trying to do this, we've been held up by other things. Things going on out of our control. We'll have more information for you when we have things that are definitive for you, is what I would say. We'll tell you more about it then. And, basically, yeah. We're in more... It's funny, because when we first moved to where we did originally, it wasn't the same, it was different. It was very different then. We just needed to finalise a lot of stuff. This, we can't really finalise anything because we're being held up by other means. It's very hard to explain, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying listening to me ramble on like an idiot. But I'll try and wrap it up. So basically, yeah, we don't really have anything definitive for you in that regard. But I'm going to continue to do my thing. I'm going to, obviously, the rise of Aiden Jackson for F122 won't start until F1 Manager comes out anyway, because I want to incorporate that in the Aiden Jackson storyline for the second year of that. So that will be coming. I will be broadcast commentating it and doing all that stuff because I really loved doing that last year. I'll admit, F121, even though the racing wasn't really great in F121, I just loved the feel of commentating over it. I loved it. That's been a passion of mine since I was a kid, listening to Murray Walker in the 90s and enjoying Michael Schumacher's dominance in the 2000s. That was definitely peak years of F1 for me, even though I'm still watching it now. But yeah, I just loved doing that. But like I said, I'll do obviously the one-off video of F122, and I'll explain what's going to happen there as well. I might even go into what's going to be the rules for that at that point and the way it's set up. But I need F1 Manager to come out before I do that. So F122 Rise of Aiden Jackson won't be starting until probably about the end of August or so, even September. It really depends on what's going on at that point, and we can't tell you. We don't know. You know, this is such an annoying part here because we don't know what to... We're just waiting for things to happen. That means we can't tell you guys. It means we can't plan ahead for what we want to do. We don't have a definitive idea. So, it sucks. So that will be coming in September most likely, while I get F1 Manager sorted. I will be doing my own thing with F1 Manager as well. I'll be doing my own save file with that because I'm really excited for that game. And obviously, Sonic Marathon 3 will take a lot of videos in the coming months anyway, so something like Rise of the Tomb Raider, for example, might just get pushed back a bit. That's why I haven't delved into something like Mass Effect or Batman Arkham Knight or anything like that yet. I'm going to wait till the other side of all this to do those for various reasons. I don't want to start anything too long and then something pops up and we had to put it on the back burner for months. Well, not months, but maybe a month tops, depending. So that's pretty much it, to be honest. It's just a waiting game at this point, but Sonic Marathon 3 won't take me too long to do. Like I said, it's been a bunch of games I've played for years. I know where I'm going, what I'm doing with them. So, yeah, we'll be back with, obviously, the playthroughs of Sonic Marathon 3 will continue in 3 days' time when Sonic Origins comes out. If there's anything that we can tell you in the meantime, we will do, and we'll do a video about it, and we'll tell you what we can tell you, and when things can be happening. But for now, it's just a waiting game. So, hope you guys have enjoyed listening to me ramble for so long. And that's pretty much it. So, I will sign off for this video, and I will see you for the start of Sonic Marathon 3 with Sonic 1 on Sonic Origins. And like I said, with things like Team Sonic Racing, we'll just have to wait and see. So with that, I leave you, and we will be back with you sometime soon to tell you more. Peace out, guys. Stay safe and stay awesome. I'm The7chaos. I'm signing off.